Hi everyone, welcome back to the another live streaming and thank you very much for joining. Actually, I am doing live streaming after such a long time. Just 2 days back, 2 3 days back, I had started my live streaming, and we had lots of problems because the time we are doing live streaming means we are going to face lots of problems, right? So I hope the problem that we had faced in our last session we are not going to face in this session. Okay, if there is any problem then kindly let me know. By the way, I have provided you the Zoom ID and password. Just you have to fill the Google form. Once you fill the Google form, you will get the ID and password directly via notification and also via email. So kindly check it, and if you're interested to join the live class that is absolutely free of cost, then join it right now. I am excited to teach you CCNA. All right, so let's see who all are live now, and kindly let me know your feedback. Are you excited or not, so that we can continue, so that I can understand my audience. And if you like my videos, kindly hit this live session so that YouTube will recommend our live streaming to other users, so that we can get more or more students to enroll, right? So kindly hit the like button, and if you have any doubt, whatever questions you have, you can write it down in the comment section below. I would love to answer all the questions. Is visible to you guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so today's our topic is about IP address only. Okay, so we're going to cover this many topics, such as what is IP address, what are the versions of IP address, difference between IP version 4 and IP version 6, types of IP address, that is public IP and private IP, what are the differences between them, where we use this IP address, what are the ranges of private IP address, and there are lots of questions you will find while explaining. And morning stars know very well like how many questions we used to pick up from a single question, right? Okay, next is network address translation. What is net and why do we use net? What is the benefit of net? Everything we're going to discuss in our today's class. So let's start with the IP address. So Matt, I'm asking to you, tell me what is IP address?
Yeah, well, I think IP address is the part of the network that enables the different computers on the network to share data among themselves, to communicate among themselves.
Yeah, very good. For example, if you're going to attend the interview and someone is asked you, right, what is IP address, then your answer must be simple. Okay, so if somebody
Okay.
asks you what is IP address, you can simply tell them IP address is a logical address of our nodes in a network that will help us to share the data simply. Or just you can tell them IP address is a logical address of a nodes in a network. That's it. Correct?
Okay.
Because whatever devices we use in a network, right, whether it is a computer, whether it is a network printer, whether it is a server, it could be any device, right, just to communicate between them we need a IP address. So it is a address of all the nodes. Without IP address we cannot communicate with any of this device, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Next here question is, let me ask you, what are the versions of IP address?
I think we have IP version 4 and IP version 6.
Yes, very good. That is IP version 4 and IP version 6. Okay, Morning Star, if you have any doubt, you can also unmute yourself and ask me, all right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because you had already joined the last session, so most of the questions you already know. So that's why I am giving
Yes,
him
sir.
opportunity to test his knowledge.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes, sir. All right, sir.
okay, duplicate. So I'm going to create a completely blank screen so that um, why I am unable to click here, right? Okay, now this is a completely blank screen. It is easy for me to explain. Okay, Arthi is telling, sir, where you send link, I received your message uh, from Telegram. A link is there. See, in the description there is a Google form. Are you able to find the Google form link? Or wait, I will share you in the comment section below. Okay, I will share you in the comment. You can directly join from there. Wait, just give me some time. I'm sharing her the link. Wait. So I have shared you the Google form link in the comment section below. Okay, I will also make it in the pinned comment. You can directly click on the link and you can join the form. I hope now it is easy for you. Okay, just kindly join it. I am waiting for you. And guys, kindly hit the like button if you are enjoying this live streaming. I am trying my best to teach you guys. All right. Now next, we are discussing about the versions of IP address. Right? RPA has also same doubt. IP version 4 and IP version 6. There are two basically versions of IP address. Now, what are the differences between them? Let's find out. The main difference is IP version 4 is a 32-bit address, okay, and IP version 6 is 128-bit address. Done. Okay, now here how IP version 4 is a 32-bit and how IP version 6 is 128-bit. Can you explain me? Morning Star, any idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
IPv4 consists of only decimal numbers, whereas IPv6 consists of hexadecimal numbers. IPv4 uh, IPv4 has
Okay, wait,
IPv4 has simple
one minute.
numbers.
Okay, 1 minute. First of all, let's write it down the differences, and after that we are going to explain one by one, right? It will be fine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, 1 minute. Delete, delete. All right. Yeah, tell me what is IP version 4 is 32-bit and 128-bit is IP version 6. Next, what is the difference?
IPv4 version consists of only decimal numbers.
Okay, wait, decimal numbers. Very good. And what about IP version 6?
Hexadecimal numbers.
Hexadecimal number. All right. Okay, next, what is the difference?
IPv6 version has better mobility features,
Mm-hmm.
more security features, connecting end to end encryption feature.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas IPv4 are
Okay,
none
let's
of these
start.
features.
Let's start with the simple things only because many people may not
Okay, sir.
understand. Okay, so the
Yes,
simple
sir.
thing is, if for example, if you are going to attend the interview, right? So you must be able to answer the basic parts. All right. So what are the basic parts? Let me explain you. The number one is IP version 4 is a 32-bit. IP version 6 is 128-bit. IP version 4 is a decimal number, IP version 6 is a hexadecimal number. IP version 4, okay, in IP version 4, we used to divide the octets with the help of dot, right? For example, 192 dot 168 dot 10 dot 0, correct? But in IP version 6 we use colon, okay? For example,
Yes,
whatever
sir.
number we are writing, right, a b, for example, whatever number is there, so here for dividing the octets we use colon, correct? Okay, next is IP version 4 has a certain limitation, okay? It has a limited number of IP address, correct? We don't have huge amount of IP address, it has a certain limitation. But IP version 6 has a huge amount of IP address that is more than enough according to our today's network. It cannot be and, right? According to population or according to devices, whatever we are using, it has a huge number of addresses. So these are the few basics differences between IP version 4 and IP version 6. There are lots of other differences that we're going to discuss someday because we have to cover lots of other parts in this session. Okay, done. Now next is IP version. What is I have done? What are the versions of IP is done? This is also done, right? Now let's talk about the types of IP address. So basically there are two types of IP address, that is public IP and private IP. Public IP and private IP. Okay. So what is the differences between them? Can you tell me? Any idea? Matt and Morningstar.
Sir, I have idea, but it is complicated, not in simple words for me.
Okay, Matt, do you know about this IP addresses? What is public and what is private IP?
I think the little I know about it, public IP address enables communication on it's the address of the internet, while private IP address is the address of the local network.
Yeah, good. That's the only main concept. Okay. So there are two types of IP address. Public IP means it is routable in the internet. Okay. Simply, if somebody asks you, so it is routable in the internet. That is a public network. On the other hand, private IP is can be used only on a local network and it is not routable. Okay, this IP address you cannot use in the internet. So why they have created public IP and private IP? As I have told you, there is a certain limitation of IP addresses. This is the one reason there are two difference of IP address has been created. Public IP means in the entire world, only a single device, okay, only a single device can have a one particular IP address. Got it? For example, there is one public IP, whatever it is. In the entire internet, only a single device can have this particular one IP address. If other device try to use this IP address, it is not possible at all. Done. In the same time, private IP can be used n number of devices on different network. For example, I have two offices. This is office number 1, this is office number 2. And the same IP, that private IP, I can use in this office as well as in another office as well. If somebody has another office, they can also use, right? You can use at your home, I can use at my home, same IP address, no problem. Means private IP address can be used n number of times, no problem at all, but it should not be at the same network. If there is multiple network, means they can have the same address, no problem. But public IP only a single device can be used in the entire internet. Done?
Yeah.
This is only basic concept. Now let's move to the next section where I am going to explain you about the ranges of private IP address. There are certain ranges of private IP address. And before that, let's understand what are the different classes of IP address. I hope this is the most common things most of the people already know, but this is my duty to explain you guys, so I'm explaining you. Class A IP address basically starts from, wait 1 minute. Class A IP address starts from 0 to 126 and its default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. Class B starts from 128 to 191 and its default subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Class C subnet mask starts from 192 to 223 and its default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Class D starts from 224 to 239. Class E starts from 240 to 255. But out of these three classes of IP address, these two sections we basically do not use in a network. It has been reserved for testing and some other purposes. Okay, we basically use these three classes of IP address. But here you can see after 126 I have written 128. Where is 127? So Matt, can you tell me what is 127 address?
127 address is a broadcast address.
127 is a broadcast address? Is it? Morning Easter, kindly correct him.
127 is used for loopback address of our network.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 127 is a loopback address. Okay, so what is loopback address? Let me clear you. Loopback address is basically used to test your network device whether it is working properly or not. For example, there is a situation you have a PC in a network. Okay, there are lots of PC in the network, right? And it might be connected to the server or whatever devices you can see. But for example, suddenly this device is unable to communicate with the network. You have checked the IP address, you have checked the cable connection, each and everything, but still this device is not able to communicate with the network. So what you can do is you can just ping 127.0.0.1, for example. This is the loopback address. So while pinging, right, once you ping, you will get reply from the NIC card itself. Okay, you will get a reply from your own computer. I am pinging from my computer and you will get reply from this computer only, whether it is pinging or not. If you are getting reply means your NIC card is working fine. If you are not getting reply means there is some problem with your NIC card. Got it? So this is what is the use of loopback address. Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Yes, done. Now next is why IP address starts from 0, right? 127 we cannot use in a network. That's the reason I have not mentioned here 127, right? But can we use 0 in a network? If yes, where? Or we cannot use 0 in a network? Here Arti is telling 8 octet. It's not only about 8 octets. See, all the IP addresses containing different number of octets, right? But here we are using 0, right? For example, there is a IP address, it starts from 0. Is it possible to start any IP address from 0? Tell me. Duncan is telling 0 is reserved. So IP address should start from 0 or 1. I am also asking with all the audience, those who are watching my live streaming on YouTube. Matt, any idea?
No, no idea.
Rockstar has joined the last session, so he know very well. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let me give a chance to my students whether they are able to answer it or not. Because if you see on many websites, somebody will say tell you class A IP address starts from 0 to 126. Somebody tells you 1 to 126. Which one is correct? What do you think? Let me know. Try to figure it out. I'm just giving you 1 minute time, and let's see who can give me the correct answer. Any idea? If no idea means kindly write it down in the comment section below. No idea. I will answer it immediately. But if you know, then kindly let me know. I just want to test your knowledge. Theory I understand, sir, but don't know about practical of IP version 6. Yeah, do not worry. I will let you know. Just kindly watch this session because only few minutes left. Okay, and I will also let you know everything. Don't worry. Okay, give me some time. IP version 6 we will speak on some other day because it's we have to also check the time. But kindly stay till the end because I have some information to share with you guys. And one more thing, like I'm not using the pro version of this Zoom meeting, right? So if this meeting gets end, then kindly use the same link that I have shared with you and join the meeting again. All right, Matt, is it clear?
Yeah, it is.
If
Thank you.
meeting gets over means kindly join it again. But it's only
Okay.
6 minutes left. After 6 minutes, it is going to end immediately. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I think my audience are unable to answer the question. Okay, let me help them. All right. So see here, what is the reason behind this is why 0, right? We can use 0 in a network, 0.0.0. Okay, this is the IP address we can use in a network. How? In a default route. Okay, what is default route? For example, there is a router, right? Here is a router, here is a router, correct? And there are multiple devices connected in the network, right? Here are also certain devices connected in the network. But the thing is, this is the router number 1, 2 and 3. For example, this router don't know what is the IP address of this, what is the exact route to reach this particular router. So what we can do is we can configure here default route, that is 0.0.0.0. Okay, this IP address is used as a default route. It means whatever request or wherever this router want to reach, right, it is going to forward the information to 2. Hey, I want to reach router number 3, can you help me with this? Okay, so once this router receives the request, it is going to forward it to this destination because this router already knows where is router number 3. So this particular address we basically use on a default route, right? So this address is usable in a network. That is the reason we are mentioning here 0. So whenever somebody asks you class A IP address starts from 0 to 126 or 1 to 126, the correct answer is 0 to 126. Is it clear?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Arati is telling no, sir. Arati, what is no? Tell me, what is your doubt?
Sir, tell him to join the class.
Yeah, I asked her to join, but due to some reason, I think she is unable to join.
Yes, sir.
If they can join, means it will be easy for us, right? We instead of waiting, we can immediately continue in fast forward. I am trying
Yes,
my
sir.
best to provide my students, right? But if my students are only not interested to join, means how can I force them? Correct. Actually, last year only I had started the live class, but on that time I had no proper setup. Okay, I don't had proper microphone, no internet connection. So just for teaching you guys, I shifted from Assam to Bengaluru. Okay, it's a far place. I leave my native place and just I came to Bengaluru just to start a new journey. All right. So let's see what we can do. Now I have proper mic, proper camera, and proper setup, proper internet, so that we can do live session without interruption. But earlier I used mobile data for teaching, right? So in the middle of that, network get disconnected. My students are unable to listen what I am saying, so it was a little difficult. Now it is everything clear, right? There is no problem in the network, correct?
Yes, sir. And all the best, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
And
please, before you continue, I have a question.
yeah, tell me.
Okay, you said 0.0.0.0 is the default route.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask, does that apply across the different classes, class A, class B, class C, and the rest?
No, this is not a class. Okay, zero. It's not about class A, class B, class C. Okay, 0.0.0 means this is a class A address, right? So in a router, for example, this is a router, right? So here, whatever IP address you have configured, it doesn't matter whether it is a class A, class B, or class C. Whatever address you have mentioned here, right? Just if you,
Okay,
while configuring the route, just if you mention the IP address 0.0.0 means it is going to forward the request to the next router. This is the only work of this. That is called default
okay,
route.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm not getting any reply from Arti, so I'm just let's go forward. All right. Okay. Okay, next we are asking about the private IP, right? Private IP, we have certain ranges, but all right, we have another 1 minute. So after 1 minute, live streaming will end. So kindly join it again. So fatafat, I am explaining these ranges of private IP address. These are the ranges of private IP address. That is, wait, that is 10.0.0.0 to 10.255.255.255. Again, in class B, we have 172.16.0.0.02, 172.31.255.255. Again, in class C, we have 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255. Okay, and these are the CIDR value that I will explain just after a few minutes. Just give me a time. But whatever things I am explaining you, right, just immediately take a note, because these are the most commonly asked question in the interview. If you are a fresher and going to attend the interview, they are going to ask you what are the ranges of private IP. So you must be able to answer this one question. So is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So now let's discuss about the subnet mask, right? So here, see, this is very easy to understand, right? Just have to remember the list of private IP address that we are having here, correct? So just remember this is not so important, but yeah, it is important for your knowledge, but in interview and all, they are not going to ask this subnet mask and all. Okay, so here, let me clear it. So here, subnet mask, if you see, in class A, it will be 255.0.0.0. Okay, but in class B, see, default subnet mask of class B is 255.255.0.0, right? But here you can see it is 255.240.0.0, because we have done here subnetting. Okay, after doing this subnetting, they are providing us a private IP address. Got it? And same like this, if you check the class C, its IP address is, by default IP address is 255.255.255.0. So here also we are having only 16 bits, right? 255.255.0.0. This is the default IP address of this private address class C which we are using, right? So don't write here 255.255.255.0. It is going to be wrong. This is a private IP address and its subnet mask will be this. Correct? Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. If you have any doubt, you can immediately ask me. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Now let me ask you a very simple question. Okay. As of now, you have understand what is public IP and what is private IP, right? Now the simple question is, where do we use public IP and where do we use private IP? Can you tell me? Anybody can answer? Where do
Yes,
we
sir.
use public IP? Yeah, tell me.
Public IP is provided by the ISPs,
Yeah, very good.
whereas private IP address is provided by our devices such as home routers and our company router switches.
Yeah, it is fine. That is a very good difference between public IP and private IP. But the question is, where do we use public IP and where do we use private IP? And what is the benefit of using public IP? What public IP can do that cannot do the private IP?
Public IP is used to get communication done uh, globally, whereas private IP addresses is used to get communication done between our local networks.
Very good. Okay. So, for example, this is my local network, right? Okay. Now, I want this local network to be communicate with the public network. How it is possible?
Can you say it again,
Can you
sir?
come again?
Yeah, I am asking. This is my private network, right? This is my private network, and this is public network. It is internet. Correct?
Yes.
How you can able to access the internet? Is it possible with private IP?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think it's possible.
How it's possible? Yeah, right now, like his Rahul. Sorry, Rahul, right? Your name? I forgot.
Yes, sir, Roshan.
Yeah. So he told like private IP we use in a local network and private IP we use public IP we use globally, right? So in this is a local network and here we have assigned a private IP. Is it possible to communicate with the internet?
Yes, it is
I
possible, sir.
How?
Sir, if anyone answer this, let them chance, then I will
Okay.
try to solve it.
Okay, let me explain you. Okay, so this is a private IP, this is a public IP, right? Basically, okay, Duncan has replied it's possible if there is a gateway IP provided by the ISP. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I am
So,
explaining is, see, private IP, right? Basically, in a local network, even at your home, also whatever devices we have, all the devices have private IP only, right? We cannot buy a public IP. Correct? There is a private IP that we use, but in the router, the company has a router, correct? And they used to buy a public IP, obviously, right? So in the router, we are going to assign a public IP, correct? Now here there is a one protocol by the name NET that we called as network address translation. Okay, its work is to convert private IP into public and public IP into private. Got it?
yeah.
Now, in a private network, for example, I have thousands of computers, right? For any company, is it possible to buy 1,000 number of IP address? Is it possible? IP address is very,
No,
very
sir.
costly. It is not possible, right? So what is the solution here is, for any company, they used to assign a private IP into their local network. They used to buy one public IP from the ISP, assign in the router, and configured NAT, that is called NAT. Okay, by configuring NAT in the router, this private IP can be converted into public IP, and they can directly communicate with the internet. Got it? If any doubt, then immediately ask me, because from your doubt only there might be chances that some questions I don't have any idea. So if I get any questions, then I will also search in the internet, and for that we can share our knowledge, right? I am not a professional teacher, or I am not a professor. So whatever I am learning, I am just teaching you guys. So I must be, means I also want to learn from you guys as well. So if there is anything, then please try to share with me.
Sir, explain please again.
Okay, this is what I want. If you don't understand, you ask me. I am happy to explain. All right. So let me delete it from here. I will explain from beginning. All right. Okay. If you ask 100 times, I am happy to explain you, because this is my mission, right? If I am explaining, you guys do not understand, means what is the use of explaining? So this is my private network. For example, here I have 1000 number of computer, correct? And this is a internet, correct? Now for communicating with the internet, we must have a public IP. Is it clear till here? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So for communicating with the internet, we must have a public IP. Now all the devices in the network assigned with a private IP. This is not possible. So what is the solution between this? There is two solutions. There is two options available. Okay. Option number one, either company buy 1000 number of IP address and assign on each devices. Correct? That is not possible at all. Second option is, company is going to buy only a single IP address. Okay, only a single IP address that is going to assign on the router. Okay, in the router we're going to assign this public IP, and we're going to configure NAT. NAT stands for network address translation. So this 1000 number of IP address, whenever they try to communicate with the internet, right, this IP address get automatically converted into public IP, and they can communicate with the internet. Now the time internet is giving reply, right? So for internet, this is only a single user is sending request, because only one IP address, right? For internet, only single user is requesting. So again, this router is going to receive, and it will search which device has requested, and for that again it is going to forward. So this is a simple concept. Is it clear? If you have doubt, then I'm ready to explain once again.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, ask me, what is your doubt?
Okay, so the public IP address that would be purchased from the ISP, that would be configured to the router. Would that serve as the gateway of the router, the gateway IP of the router?
Correct. This is the gateway IP.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody is having doubt? Nick, Morningstar, Aarti, and Matt. Any doubt? Or shall I continue?
Sir, continue.
Yeah, continue, sir.
Sir, continue.
Okay. So I am going to continue now. So now there is one
Okay.
question. Yeah, tell me.
Please, I want to ask one more question before you continue. Okay, like I do know that maybe for the Class C, the maximum number of IP address that can be issued out, I think, is 254.
I
So
didn't get
the
you.
question,
Can you ask me again once? Can you repeat?
like the question is like maybe if we are going to use a type C private IP address in a local network,
Okay.
the maximum number of IP address we can issue out is like 254 if I'm not mistaken.
You
So
can,
with that,
okay, first of all, let me explain your first answer, okay? It's not only about
okay,
255 addresses. You can have in a single network about 10,000 number of IP address or even more than that also. It is possible. Clear? By using a subnetting. There is a concept called subnetting. Okay? That we are going to learn some other day. But by using this
oh,
concept, you can have n number of how many number of hosts do you want? It is possible. Clear? Now what is the second question?
I think you cleared the second question with this, so I will just wait until the subnetting class.
Yeah, there is already a dedicated video about subnetting on my YouTube channel, so you can also refer to that.
Okay, I
Okay,
will.
okay.
Thank you
Now,
very much.
yeah. So now it's time for the recall. Okay, so whatever topics we have discussed as of now, I just want you guys to answer them. I want to know, okay, whether these concepts are clear or not. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to ask questions to all of the you guys one by one, and just try to answer. Okay. So Nick, just tell me what is IP address. For example, I am an interviewer. I am taking your interview. Okay. Just tell me what is IP address.
Yes. Okay. I came late a bit, but I'll
But you can
answer
explain, right?
what
It is
I.
simple question. Yeah, try to answer. That's why I asked.
Yes.
I gave you this question. Yeah, tell me.
Yes. I think the IP address is the address used to discover a host on the network.
Mm-hmm. Good. That is also very good answer. But if somebody asks you, just simply tell them IP address is a logical address of a device in a network. Simple answer. Clear?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Next is what are the versions of IP address? Matt, tell me what are the versions of IP address?
Okay, we have IP version 4 and IP version 6.
Okay, very good. Here I have already mentioned all the questions, lol. Okay. Tell me one difference between IP version 4 and IP version 6. Just only one difference.
IP version 4 is a 32-bit address, while IP version 6 is a 128-bit version.
Very good. Okay. Now let's move on to Arti Rawat. Okay. Tell me one difference between public IP and private IP.
Public address, public IP is routable in the internet,
Mm-hmm.
and private IP is not routable, but it is local network.
Yeah, very good. Means my mission is successing. I have a hope it is going to success. All right. Next is Morning Star 492. Okay, tell me what is NAT?
Network address translation. It is generally used in our router
Mm-hmm.
that provides us gateway routing protocol to get communicated between get communication done between private to public network.
Yeah, or simple you can say NAT stands for Network Address Translation. It converts public IP to private and private IP to public. This is the simple answer. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So again,
Yeah, again you want to me to explain?
yes, sir, slowly.
Okay. NAT stands for Network Address Translation. Okay. It is used to convert public IP to private IP and private IP to public IP. Simple. Done.
Question.
Yes, sir. No.
Yeah, now tell me what is public, what is net? Tell me, Arati Rawat, right? You, I think you are taking notes. That is a good sign. Tell me what is net.
NET is stand for a network address. Network address translation. It used to convert public address to private and private address to public address.
Very good, very good, fantastic. I would like to share with you
Uh,
one thing. Yeah, somebody, anybody want to tell anything?
yes.
Can you add, sir,
Uh,
IP address?
APIPA. It is called Automatic Private IP Address, APIPA. All right, this is another
Yes, sir.
different concept for the where we use APIPA. Let me explain you. APIPA is called Automatic Private IP Address, right? For example, you know there is one protocol by the name DHCP, right?
So,
So what is the work of DHCP? It's automatically assign IP address to all the devices connected to a network, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, due to some reason, okay, DHCP got failed, server got down, for example, right? On that case, APIPA is a feature that is available on all computers, okay? So it will automatically generate one APIPA IP to all the PCs. If network get fails, so it is going to immediately generate one APIPA address to all the connected devices so that all the devices at least can communicate with each other. This is only work of APIPA, Automatic Private IP Address. Clear? For today, no problem. I think there is a noise from the background. That is fine. Okay, I hope you all got the link of my website. If anybody interested, kindly join it. If you join it, I will be happy to see you inside the course. By the way, again, 1 or 2 session I will take for absolutely free of cost. So if you want, you can also join that. It is absolutely free. But those who want the live class, then you have to join the complete course. So I'm sharing you the link once again in the chat box. I'm interested. Yeah, okay, then I will wait just for your enrollment. So kindly enroll the course as soon as possible. We're going to start from the next week itself. All right.
yes, sir. Can I email you for other reasons too? Because I have some questions.
Yeah, please kindly do it. It will be highly appreciated if you do it, because I am in a mission to teach all the students this course. Because if you do the same course from other institute, means they are going to charge you a lot, around, you can simply tell, more than 10,000 Indian rupees. I am 100% sure, and they will either teach you in English or Hindi, and they are not going to provide you quiz and lots of other stuff, and they are also not going to prepare you for the interview and all, right? So I am trying my best. So if you really feel that I am doing my best, then you can share with other students as well. And Matt, if you're watching this video, then you can see by default it will show Indian rupees, and if you want to pay in USD dollar, then from here you will get the option US dollar. Just click on this option. You will see the price in USD dollar. Clear? Okay, as of now I'm not getting any comments, so it's time to end this live session. So if anybody interested to join the course, I will also provide you the link in the description section below. Plus, I think I have already shared the link of my course on the comment section below, right? In the pinned comment, you can check the link. Or if you want to join our next live session, you can just fill the Google form that I have shared with you in the description section below. Once you fill the form, you will get the Zoom class ID and password, and whenever we start our next session, I will share you the notification and you can come and join it. All right. Okay, thank you very much for joining this live session. Good night, take care, and bye bye.